Hello everyone, Solomon back here. Happy birthday to me again. I'm now 39 years old, and that's all. I'm just sitting here chilling, chillaxing. It's 4 a.m. I'm starting to film. Some of my questions when I was a year younger was like, how did some of these YouTubers do this? Shoot video and live their lives or whatever, and become basically famous over time, or in reality build their audience. This is what they did. They woke up at 4 a.m. and started filming and doing the work. At that point, I thought it would be impossible. So I'm like, hey, how am I supposed to be doing this kind of work? Just filming, doing my own thing. Trying to help people, or trying to even just help myself, to be honest with you. And I found my way. Everyone has their own way. No one can just tell you what to do or have this plan and you try to implement it, but it's freaking impossible because, it's not you. Everyone's IQ level is different. Everyone's emotional bandwidth is different. Everyone's family, environment is different. Socioeconomic status is different. You may have annoying ass siblings, you may have annoying ass parents, you may have to be taking care of your parents or whatever. You may have grandpa who just collapsed in front of you and you have to take him to the hospital, whatever the fuck. So my thing is this, the power of habit, okay? And I do this all the time. I show people the power of habit because it never changes. It's a rule. It never changes, Just like working sucks. Working at McDonald's sucks. Working at Bat Burger sucks, okay? Welcome to Bat Burger. Alright? These things just fucking suck, and that's just the rule of life, and that's why you want to work hard. That's why you want to get overtime, because you don't want to regress to that suckness. So this is how I did it. This is one of my earlier formats. So, this is my caveman stage. You go through different stages. First, you don't know what the fuck you're doing, so you're just writing down whatever. At first, I was walking, exercising, sunlight, reading, sleeping, eating well, meditate, and lastly, work. So I have all the check marks up and down the wazoo. I don't believe in perfection. I do believe in analysis paralysis, overanalysis. You're overanalyzing things. You're not doing things, and you're just overanalyzing things. Analysis paralysis. You just get stuck. And the weeks go by. I'm checking everything off, and then I evolve to the next step. Of putting work in first, just like YouTube. I'm putting in first in the early morning. Exercise, eat well, meditate, read, journal, fun, and sleep. So the first thing I do is eat the breakfast or eat, and then go to work, just because it's practical. And that's as you get older, you realize you don't have the emotional bandwidth to be wasting on yelling at your family. That's not going to change. You have to go to work and ultimately make money, because you believe, and the rest of the society believes, that money will change your life. And it's not always true, but hopefully it is true for you. You could be in a war and money may not be worth anything. I mean, what's the actual currency is like being able to kill someone and take their money. That might equals right. I mean, money doesn't always work. Or you can die and money may not mean anything. I mean, but our hopes and dreams is that each hard work translates to money, and vice versa. And that may not even be a thing. You may have all this money, and your project fails. Like, there's been a recent millionaire, billionaire actually, Ivy League graduates, alumni, and the son told the dad he didn't want to go in the submarine with him, and the dad, because it was his birthday or whatever. Anyways, the whole family of Fortune 500, Illuminati members or whatever, just fucking died. The damn submarine fucking died. And why is that? Did money really serve them well? No, they just end up fucking dying, and God knows what happened to all their money, but it was a lot more than I had. And in my scenario right now, am I in a submarine, a death-defying submarine right now? No. I have time, I have whatever money, and I get to do my own thing. I have my own freedom. It's just, what price can you put on that? So you get a life, and you get to live in mediocrity, or you live this super ultra rich, super fantasy life, and participate in risky events, and to get famous or invent something cool, and it blows up in your face and you die. This happens very often. In the Hindenburg, the blimp is exploded because they put like hydrogen and cowhide used that as the material for the blimp. I believe that's Germany, and just weird shit was going on. Or you could be like Vladimir Putin. I mean, this guy's got like billions of dollars, sends tanks into Ukraine, half his people to start fucking dying, half of fucking Ukraine starts fucking dying, Well, what is left? A pile of shit. So what was all that money and blood for? Same with Israel and Palestine. I don't know. Like a lot of people died. What was all that money for? It's just like you didn't use it. It was used. People died, and time progressed. Anyways, it's just like you just wasted both your money and your life. I don't know what in the fuck. I don't know what in the fuck. It's just like these things are not my job, and we're concerned, and I'm just going to be like, I'm just gonna live my life. Thankfully, I'm not in those weird war zones. Why is it always about war? Why is it always about money? It just is. It just is, a lot of it doesn't even make any sense. People are working hard, people are sacrificing, and you just have all these war-torn nations, just everyone competing with each other. It's pretty sad. So I can only be Solomon Chau and work in my own stratosphere of being this, the king of mediocrity over here. Work, okay? Exercise, eat well, okay? Meditate, read, journal, fun, and sleep. Why can't everyone be doing this? Everyone does this, Work for someone, maybe you may be an engineer in the army, designing weapons to kill people across the globe. That's what my brother does, and he makes much more money than me, but that's what he does. So if everyone was doing all these things, they would still end up killing each other anyways, or plotting to kill each other anyways. I mean, well, what is China doing? They're working hard. They're also, North Korea. They're the nuclear missiles and whatnot. So, off the bat, spells trouble. Exercise. Why can't everyone exercise? Exercise actually did create turmoil. A lot of people were doing Tai Chi in parks and stuff, and then Falun Gong or in the Chinese CCP parties, actually took the effort to bring out, vans of people with batons and, police gear, riot gear, whatever, to beat the shit out of, those, like, elderly people practicing this, like, Tai Chi or Falun Gong or whatever. And that's what happens. People are fucked up. You exercise, you get your ass beat. If you're just getting your ass beaten left and right. It's like being Gandhi. I mean, what the hell? Everyone's just trying to kill like the most untouchable guy. Like either you're a Brahmin, you're an asshole beating everyone, or you're like this untouchable, like Gandhi, who rises to power. I mean, it's the power dynamics. It's just so fucked up. Or in Epictetus, you know, Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, ancient Roman emperor. Epictetus, you know, was a slave, and his master broke his fucking leg. Like, what you're this guy, slave masters, you have all this power, and you just like pick on the worst, weakest fuck ever. And who lives on? You tell a story. Epictetus. And it's just like, how the fuck is like the underdog like becomes the most famous of everyone? Like I just don't understand. Mother Teresa, like Gandhi, Martin Luther King. It's just like why are these super ultra powerful people like all they know how to do is suppress people, suppress everyone else? So that's what they use their power for. It's just like, man, that is really pathetic. That they want to stay on top, and the poor people are just poor people, and I continue to pick on them, and that's just how the power dynamic works. It's just really fucked up. I would imagine, you know, even Bill Gates picks on people, you know, with the COVID vaccine. You know, this may just be a conspiracy theory, or rich people do pick on like the lesser people. You know, you have Coca-Cola, you have sugar, you have giving basically, essentially, you know, with poor diet, giving people diabetes, you know, in you know, high cholesterol and strokes and pulmonary embolisms, and you know, just generating more money through the medical industrial complex, which is where I work and just reside. And just like, is this a conspiracy theory? Is it a conspiracy theory? I mean, we live in a conspiracy theory. I mean, no. I mean, that's how it is. Like, are there any good people in the world? Are there any good, powerful people in the world? I mean, everyone's evil. Just some people are less evil than others. If you have something like Amazon, you know, at least people get jobs. Like normal people just get jobs. Being Amazon delivery truck drivers and whatnot. McDonald's employees get jobs, you know, to work for them. And then we just become consumers and X, Y, and Z. Or you can take this path, being a content creator. Yes, your content will look shit like mine, but you know that it's under your name in some bigger company, which would be YouTube, which is owned by Google. You do understand that, right? This is not a conspiracy theory. Dun dun dun. No, it's real. There are very evil people out there, but you know, you have to use the technology either for good or evil, you know, or selfishly just use it for yourself, to promote yourself so that you can have resources and form this symbiotic relationship with this top dog company like Google. Then under them YouTube, and then under them are us, the content creators. I'm making shit money doing this, but that's how it works. I don't really care about money. This is my hobby. I already know that. I came in here knowing that I'm a scrub amongst, you know, corporate giants, and that I'm just a scrub ass worker. I'm just a cog in the wheel. I'm a cog in the wheel anyways, regardless. Unless I branch off and become my own entrepreneur, which I don't feel like I'm going to be doing regardless, because it takes tremendous amount of time and effort. And people, and you also have to be able to influence and get people to like you or whatever, or like your product, or at least buy your product and spend money or invest into you, or at least spend time watching your shitty videos. Ty Lopez. Journal. So next thing is meditate, eating well, nutrition. How many times I have to reiterate this? You know, just avoid eating sugar and processed foods, and you'll be okay. Of course, it costs more. A bottle of water costs more than soda right now. 2-liter bottle of soda. Okay. And it's been like that since 2008. I remember graduating college. The soda was actually more expensive than the water. You know, and even the water is questionable because you got acidic levels and you got basic levels of water. So, you know, you got natural water or you got purified water from the machines. And that's always questionable. But when you're burning, you're peeing and you're burning, you know, and smelling, you know, some kind of like weird funk, you know what's up. And that does happen. Roasted chestnuts. You know, people with diabetes who are on dialysis where they have to give and filter out your blood and all that crazy stuff, you know. Then you'll know. It's not fake. I don't know why people get this notion everything's a conspiracy theory. Yeah, that's how everyday people make money with the dialysis machine, and you have dialysis patients and dialysis centers and doctors. I mean, that's real. And you have people who do have diabetes and all these, you know, high cholesterol and like bad blood exams like BUN and high creatinine levels and shot kidneys. Like, I don't know why you think this is everything is a conspiracy theory. Is science, you know. So anyways, that's left for the individual to experience, hopefully earlier than later. Just like saying that you're gonna die one day is, you know, is a conspiracy theory. Yeah, everyone dies one day. You know, but you know, I don't know. Hopefully, you just drop dead of a heart attack or like a stroke or something, and that's it. You don't want to suffer, or that maybe that is the ultimate technology, death, because there's just too much shit going on in the world and you can't handle it. I can't even handle it. No one can handle it. Steve Jobs couldn't fucking handle it. Okay, he's the richest. He always said one thing. He didn't want to be the richest man in the graveyard. Yeah, well, there it is, you know. So what's the point of all this? You know, since there's no real point in all this, you just have to be like a little kid in playing a video game, and you just play until you know the point you're having fun, you're really into it, you're enjoying it, you know, nothing else matters. You're enjoying it until, you know, your crazy, angry Asian mom starts yelling at you and hitting you with a gaimoso, with a feather duster, or a slipper, a tall high in Cantonese, or your slipper, and that's basically what it is. Yeah, and that spells death for you. So you're either really into something and enjoying it, and time is just irrelevant. That is called, you know, being in the zone, or you know, deep work, whatever you want to go, Zen, you know, the grind, whatever it is, you know. Whereas time is irrelevant. You're having your moment, and there's nothing like an angry ass parent helicopter parenting you for whatever weird reason. I don't know exactly how that works, or why would you want to be someone like that, but they exist. Or it could be just competition. For example, you know, Israel just got attacked by Hamas and whatever from Palestine. People were at the supernova party doing their thing, and they get attacked, much like the angry ass Asian parent. You know, you for whatever reason, I don't know, they just come at you when you're in the zone, when you're partying, when you're playing the video game, doing the thing, having sex or whatever, doing drugs. You know, this especially happens when there are like a boy-girl connection. You know, just everyone just comes raining on your parade and starts cock blocking you. You know, this happens all the time. You know, the police show up, and in Israel case, Hezbollah shows up, and you're like, what the fuck? And it always happens. It happens in high school. It happens in college. It happens when you're an adult. You know, it happens when you're a kid. It just fucking happens. And when that happens, you know, when the last time that happens for you is just called death. you know, and it always happens. Like, I'm just gonna take a moment as to why, like, why that even exists. Why is cock blocking, like, why is there like a level 100 cock blocker, like this battle boss, like this raid boss cock blocker, universal raid boss cock blocker? Some people refer to them as gatekeepers, but how is this like omniscient, like cock blocker everywhere at all times? That embodies like everyone. You know, a stickler. You know, and there's always a Karen in there. A Karen. You know, how is this always derived in the world? They're just always around. I don't know how to explain it. Well, one, you have government, so you have cops, you have firemen, you know, you have the inspectors or whatever, you have the FBI, you have the Secret Service, you know, you have those key components running around. Or if this was China, you even have like facial recognition, you know, more cops, more communist parties, you know, just, you know, authority. And then you have like military, and then you have 5 branches, so they're all over the place. And the bigger it is, you know, the worse it gets. Even if you live in an apartment, you have the landlord, you have, you know, the property manager, and then on top of that, surrounding them are the local police and the local firemen and everyone else be living in there, and etc., etc. So in reality, as a whole, as a society, you do have professional cock blockers running in the Matrix 24 hours. Be it your own parents or your older siblings or whatever. Everyone lives in this motherfucker all at the same time. And that's just how it is. You know, and if people aren't living like that, you know, all scrunched up like a bunch of rats, then you have, maybe, you know, you went off to camp or something, same thing happens. Camp counselors watching you have sex, you know, the camp counselors themselves are having sex, you know, and then everyone's just like gawking at you and watching you and cock blocking, and that's basically what it is. It's a doggy dog world, you know. And why can't people be chill? Karen, you know, just everyone has their own inner Karen. Everyone has their own, you know, police station. It just is. It just is. So did everyone have fun, or externally have fun? I highly doubt it. Like, there was a club, a strip club not too long ago. I won't say any names or anything. You know, there was a news report about it, and, you know, the cops had to raid the place, investigate, and, you know, the owners had to pay fines and stuff. But because they probably paid them so much money that they can remain open, they're charged for things, obvious things, for like prostitution, and they even have cameras set up in the club, and, you know, and they had to charge all these owners and investigate, and it's just like, for real? Again, I just told you about society. You just have your gatekeeper, you just have your professional cock blockers all over the place. Why does it have to be like that? It just is. That's just society. That's just the Matrix system. The Matrix, you know. Without it, you know, with too much degeneracy, you would have, people wouldn't be able to wake up properly, and, you know, to go to work the next morning. You know, some people may be studying to be a doctor, or, you know, you just have to be considered that everyone's not a degenerative being a degenerative asshole, and, you know, that's just how it is. You know, or it's just the demographics, because there might be older people, elderly people, and you're just being a fucking asshole, you know. That's just how it is. Like New York City, it's fucking craziness. All the city that doesn't sleep. And when you have something like that, you have a large amount of taxes and rent. Densely populated places, they probably just don't want to deal with your shit because there's another shitstorm else, and they're saying to people, like, if you don't want to live here, you don't have to live here because there's already enough fucking people living here. That's basically what they're saying. Again, with the police and the local firemen and whoever, everyone's time is being exhausted because everyone needs their case treated, whatever it may be. And here you are taking their precious time, and it's just like time this, time that. Everyone's closer together or whatever. You have this accident, you have that accident, and it's just a lot of shit. Too much shit going on all at the same time. So this is shit. I don't. You need money to have these gatekeepers around to control this stuff, and that's not me. And whatever. So, things to look forward to. I got this whole month of planning. I'm just gonna go to work, make money, be a robot. Make money and be a robot. Is that all there is to this life? I don't know. Within the realms of reality, probably. Unless if I really up my game, that is it, I believe it was Orlando Bloom or Johnny Depp. He said he was just an ordinary guy as a mechanic, and he was doing his own thing, and he became an actor, and quite an excellent actor. But he, like most guys like me, recognized that he was just everyday, ordinary person until the torch was passed to him. And of course Solomon Chau wants to be famous. Of course Solomon Chau wants to have money and whatever. But is that everything? No, my thing, is continuing to be all my life starring Harry Shum. There is a Solomon Chau movie, believe it or not. That did happen. Did I like it? Did I enjoy it? I mean, it wasn't the most coolest movie ever. It's just about a guy dying of liver cancer and leaves his wife. Is that what I wanted the movie to be about? Of course not. Of course I wanted my movie to be about superheroes and Batman and Superman or whoever the fuck and RoboCop. But no, it's just this like this down to earth movie that we all have to fucking die one day, and it's incredibly fucking sad, and you're gonna leave your loved ones behind, and you made the best of your time, and that was it. I was like, what the fuck? It was like a one-hit wonder. So that's what the Solomon Chau movie was about. It's just like, alright, you had your time, Solomon Chau, get the fuck out of here. So here I am, just living my life. Again, raises eyebrows about where's my girlfriend and my wife and stuff. I don't have the emotional bandwidth to both work a job and handle that shit all at the same time, because I know that women are really bitchy. I know that it just is. They're always screaming and shit. And that's how it is. Nothing against her. It's just like I can't handle it. The guys that can handle it, they go through the divorce too. I mean, Tom Brady. I mean, what are his chances? This is just in America. Then when I look back at my own family history, my cousins and their parents, and it's just like same thing. The mom, they had the kid, they had my cousin. We're ungrateful bastards, and then they're always screaming. The parents are always screaming and fighting about money, and and the dad's always hardworking, and he's going to work every day, and he gets cheated on about the money, you know, or the wife cheats on him. So it's either money or the wife or a girl, and then the girl gets upset and starts going fucking crazy. And if it isn't about money, then it's about the girl. It's the same fucking headache shit all over the time, all over the motherfucking time. Money this, money that. If you made more money, I wouldn't live in a shitty apartment or home or whatever the fuck. So it's always about money. And she never fucks up. She never shuts the fuck up about money. And of course, with things like rising apartment prices and housing prices, you know, women are going even crazier, you know, for competition. I don't know if they compete for a man anymore. This only pertains to America. American women at a point do not need men in general to support them, in which case, you know, they're going to be doing their own thing. And, you know, and having children, you know, without a man, with in vitro and artificial insemination and that stuff, and you know, they're gonna ask them, you know, where's your husband? You know, where's your husband? That husband guy was probably like me. He was lazy, he was fat, he didn't appreciate you, and you're probably better off being a single mom. You know, that's not always the case. You know, that's the case with alpha females. You know, some women aren't built like that. Some, you know, some people are like women. Just everyone has a generalization about women or girls. Like that's only like there's like saying every guy's a Steve Jobs or Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk or Michael Phelps. That's a very rare case. Those are outliers. Very much like 1% of the population is like that. Like much less than like 10% of the population. You have these super alpha female types, and you know who can have children. And Jesus Christ, I'm sounding like Jordan Peterson over here. You know, that's only a very small population of super moms and super women or super girl or whatever who can be doctors and have 3+ kids and be single and have all these children and raise children, which is great. But then, you know, again, where's your husband? Where's your outlet for, like, you know, sex? Don't women need to have sex? I don't know. Some women do. It's like a lot of women just present themselves as the ultimate, you know, robot, even more robotic than men. Some women. I know this because, like, I'm Asian, so it's just like, are women actually the more the more, you know, workhorse, efficient workhorse? And in a lot of cases, yes, they can multitask, they can have children, you know, they can do all the good things in life, have maximum discipline, be super, you know, gatekeeper, all at the same time, making well over 6 figures. But, you know, so that causes a problem, because now the man is outdated, and that he's basically useless if he doesn't have a big penis, you know, for you to have sex at night. And you know that. So where does the man come in? It does cause problems. It does cause problems. There's tons of videos on this. You know, when and where does the man fit in the picture? You know, why can't I find a girlfriend? You know, why are there all these problems with, you know, women, you know, finding a man? When will I find a man? It's because, you know, you're just too high tier. You're just too high tier. It's like you can make kids, you can work 15 hours a day. You know, somehow you only need like 3 hours of sleep. And you know, no guy can compete with you if you can have 3 kids, if you can have like 2 or 3 jobs, you know, only have to sleep for 3 hours a day, and do that all over again 365 days a year. You know, maybe you're on your period or you have maternity leave or whatever, but still be able to do that and manage all that shit. running faster and farther than the average man, who can only perhaps have 2 jobs, like 3 jobs at most, and play video games, watch porn, go to the club, and go to sleep, and then repeat that, like with I don't know. I just don't know. Like, the baseline for a superwoman, may be having 3 kids, 3+ kids, having a job like lawyer, doctor, engineer. You do that, have 3 kids, and sleep for like 2 hours, and be able to do that 365 days a year, minus your period and your periods, whenever you have your period or whatever, and whenever you have to leave for maternity leave, and be able to manage that all at the same time. Meanwhile, a guy is able to have maybe 2-3 jobs, go to the go-go bar, and go to sleep, and take these, not give a rat's ass, take all these vacations and whatnot. And not give a shit about his kids, and that's how he rolls. Who has it better? Who has it worse? And then he's just spreading his seed all over the place. So instead of getting pregnant, he's just spreading his seed all over the place, which is a fun activity. I don't know if getting pregnant is a fun activity. It isn't. I don't know. Maybe a profound moment in time for you, but it doesn't scream out fun for me. Anyways, but that's generally how it works. So I'll just but that's it. But that's it. So how to safeguard myself? Again, just I'm the guy, so I'm just gonna continue to work throughout this time. So I'll show you my work schedule. So January, I'm gonna be working like crazy. I'm maximizing all the time. H is for holidays. I can't even work, over 8 hours. I try to get as much overtime as I can, but I can't, because my company's Jewish, and they're very, stingy on everything, but whatever. So I would have to work another job and get my 5 hours of sleep. I don't even know if I want to do that, because I know money is just really pointless. So anyways, just to fill in my day with time to do stuff, be working. My car is due, so I have to choose another car. Between the time of January and June, how much money will I have in the bank? Sometimes I just imagine, like, I need all this money to buy a new car because my lease is ending. So I imagine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. So if I'm getting paid out, a basic pay is $2,000 a paycheck. Basically, I make more, but whatever. I safely have $2,000 every 2 weeks. 2,000, 4,000, so 8,000, so 16,000 by here, and another 4,000 here, 20,000, so, and 24,000. But by here, I will be having about $24,000. We'll be breaking a minimum of $24,000, which is just enough to buy my own car with cash only. Okay, so that car is good for me for the next at least 5 years. Of course, I'm Asian. I'm gonna get the car lasting 10 plus years. My last car lasted from 2004 to 2020. So that's 16 years. Yeah, 17 years, give or take. And it was annoying having to change all the rotors and all the wheel brakes and all that stuff all the time. but it only costed less than around $350 at most. But that's because I had this like Chinese guy, to fix my car, but he just fucking retired. And looking at his life, he did the same fucking thing every single day. Every single day I would see this fat Chinese ugly guy. Not every day, excuse me. Only one of my car needed repair, and he was with his Chinese employees, just doing the same thing, His hands were greasy, his face was all fucked up, And that was his life. That was his life. He was probably 10 times uglier than me. But he still had his son. And somewhere out there, a woman needed him. A Chinese woman needed him to be the father of her child. And he needed a son, an heir. Hopefully he had a better life than him or whatever. I don't think so. Even if he did win millions of dollars or became a lawyer, doctor, his life would just still be like, you would still have to come over a lot of adversity and challenges, picking up the American language, going to school as, amongst everyone else. You don't get to pick your race, you don't get to pick your parents, everyone has this, going for them. I know a white girl who doesn't even like being white. They want their skin to be darker, or more tan, or they're too pasty white. Everyone else has a tan complexion. So being white isn't necessarily the ultimate superpower, or not a man has it easier, a woman has it easier. That's not necessarily true across the board. It's just random. Hopefully you do possess or are able to have the confidence just to say, I don't give a fuck, or I'm just proud of who I am, because that's ultimately what it is. These things we don't get to choose, and being in America is quite the challenge. You're always looking at Hollywood and things like that, and in reality you're probably not going to be looking anything like Brad Pitt or Sylvester Stallone or whoever. Or even Sylvester Stallone has his own challenges of growing up and being a Hollywood movie star, as with Arnold Schwarzenegger and any other documentary about anyone who has entered Hollywood, even Jackie Chan or Jet Li. But keep in mind, there is one fundamental theme that everyone does have, is that they had to work hard as fuck to obtain the level of success they had to. That is undeniable. So what does Solomon Chau have to do, or continue to be doing, to just survive, to make money, is just to fucking go to work every day, make those damn check boxes, be accountable each day, not do stupid shit, make those check boxes on his damn, planner. That's why it's so fucking important. It's just, even if you age out of your programs at school, or the time will still continue, and hopefully you continue to do whatever it is you do for a long time. I just see the saddest thing on TV sometimes. There's an older woman, what the hell is that, my shadow? Usually, what the fuck? Oh, that was weird. So usually there's an older woman, reminiscing or still sending photos to like Hollywood, producers and directors, and they're like, I sent out photos to this, and you know what? It's probably a scam, and they no one ever called them, and now they're like 40 plus years old, and I'm gonna be 40 soon, and they're still trying to live that dream, and they can't because they're just too fucking old. And it's just like, you were either in it or you weren't. Okay, your time has passed. The window of opportunity has ended. Okay, so girls experience this a lot worse than guys. You you have 400 eggs, and you have your period, and once a month. So there's only so much time you can have a child. So the window of opportunity of your vajayjay and being reproductive is only for so long, and you're basically forced to be a mother or not. You spend that time on maternity leave and healthcare and popping out babies, and having a husband, or you don't. You just decide not to have kids, and that's it. So sexy time is gone. Having a man is gone, and you just may have chosen the easier path of not fucking caring and not fucking doing anything. And there are societies like this that already exist. More advanced, more wealthier places, like in Japan, that there's actually a population crisis. There's actually a dwindling in population. There are a lot of reasons, as I told you. People don't want to have kids. There's just too many gatekeepers. It's already densely populated. When was there enough time for sexy time? Just cock blocker everywhere, because the society is already densely populated. So it may not be happening to you directly in your hometown, but it has happened, or has been happening, in places elsewhere like Japan. Even European countries and stuff. Probably even like in Switzerland. My brother's in there. He says the same thing. As society becomes more sophisticated, they don't want to deal with all this shit. Again, the monies. Just having to take care of everyone and the environment, and they see like more people equals more problems, more money, more problems. You have pollution and shit, air, water, and then you have to take care of people, and then you have just the untouchables, the people that are just not wanted, and the homeless and shit, and why can't you take care of those kinds of people, and then those kinds of people, you have criminals, untouchables, you have immigrants, you get all the people that no one wants, which is happening right now, increasing the densely populated areas in New York City, and you just continue to have this underclass, another class of human beings who just nobody wants, and the people that you do want, aren't around, are just seemingly never around. They're just, brain drain. Some company or family probably gobbled them up because they got a 200 IQ, or they're the next Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk or whatever, and they're already taken, by IBM or Microsoft or whoever. And they have families in Princeton and the Hamptons. They go to places like the Hamptons, Martha's Vineyard and shit, and Silicon Valley. They're not you. They're not you. They or Farmville, Star Valley, or wherever the fuck. And you're like, that family that super powerful family don't want you. For many reasons. You don't have an ultimate IQ, you don't have ultimate, skill level, you're not good at this, you're not good at that, They don't want you. You're an untouchable. You're basically an untouchable, just like an immigrant. No one fucking wants you. Just that's why. Bill Gates does not want you. Epstein Island does not want you. You're not a hot girl. Damn, this is that simple. So we're left here to defend ourselves, and Solomon Chau just needs to be as selfish as he can, and again, where's your girlfriend? Okay, you're so selfish. Where's your hot girlfriend? Where's my own hot girlfriend? Again, it comes with its own set of problems. Is it better to have no girlfriend than to have a girlfriend? Some kind of girlfriend? I don't know. The solution, I keep telling you the solution is just having a bunch of go-go clubs and strip clubs around, and for guys like me who just can't put it all in, and that's what it's up. Or you're Elon Musk. Oh, I'm Elon Musk. I work 100 hours a week, and you know, I have my own entrepreneurship. I have my own PayPal and eBay business and my own Starlink, and I got all these like fancy things going on, Tesla and SpaceX, and I got also like 10,000 lawsuits underneath my belt. I'll just have my lawyers take care of it and shit, because I'm Elon Musk. Or you could just be the guy who just doesn't give a fuck, lives in his mom's house, plays World of Warcraft, doesn't give a fuck about the girl, doesn't give a fuck about getting pregnant, doesn't give a fuck about paying child support. And maybe that's the path I've just chosen as Solomon Chau, simply because that is the least resistance. Does that mean I would learn stuff? No. Does it mean I would have an easier life? Probably. Will it come back and bite me in the ass? Probably. You know, now I'm older, I don't have kids, and some random nurse is taking care of me at the age of 80 because I'm old and frail and dilapidated and whatever the fuck. Or I stroked out, and you know, now I'm bedridden, and this person most likely is just gonna neglect and ignore me because I just told you. You know why they do that shit? Because no one actually fucking cares, because they have their own shit going on, or they have the shit going on that involves other, you know, people that are more desirable. So there's competition. There's competition of time, not generally stuff, of people now, of nurses, of healthcare. So, you know, again, you know, so Solomon Chau needs to spend his time wisely. I'm just gonna go meditate and, you know, go outside, do my thing for the day. And you know, I look forward to working Sunday into Monday. Oh, actually, I'm going to party tonight, so you know, I've been conditioned to work so long, I don't even expect to have parties. But this one older man is having a party there. I'm just gonna show up, you know, for the staff, and you know, just try to be human. Anything else going on except working and making money? No, not really. I mean, that's when shit hits the ceiling fan, people are gonna complain about one thing: money. 2 is money, and 3 is money. I mean, just that's, you know, we don't have money. Blah 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 blah. It's never enough money. You know, my kid. Blah 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 blah. If you don't need the money, then someone else desperately needs the money for something. And I just don't want to put that in. God forbid I'm being put in that situation. And the banks don't even care. And, you know, just a lot of I don't give a fuck. So a lot of me is no. Because Solomon Chau doesn't want to pay for your blank, blank, and blank. Solomon Chau, again, doesn't want to pay for your blank, 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 blank. Oh, there's a hot girl in the bar. She wants blah, 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 blah. She wants to live in an apartment with you. She wants, yeah. Okay. Already, that is a problem. Let's see, she wants her own room. She wants this. She wants that. She wants her blah, 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 blah. Minimum payment is $3,000 a month. If you can't handle that, shut the fuck up. So I'm just gonna shut the fuck up and go do my thing for the day. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace out. This has been Solomon Chau. See you in the next one. Like and subscribe.